a few metals I have taken here. The foremost one is iron, as we have seen how much we owe to iron. The iron is the central metal in hemoglobin, carrying the blood to various parts of our body. Next is the structures that we make, the steel that we depend on, the entire construction, all these things will have steel. So, the rigidity and the tensile strength of iron in steel is a very important activity. Next, lead. Lead we know is a toxic substance. That is why the petrol that used to carry tetraethyl lead has now been made unleaded petrol, because lead, once it goes into the system, it is very difficult to remove, and the heavy metal will create lot of toxicity in the body. The same lead is being used in the storage battery, lead acid accumulator that we use in inverters, car batteries or any automobile batteries. They all are made up of lead and lead dioxide. Next, magnesium. Magnesium is a central metal in chlorophyll, the green pigment in plants. Then magnesium ribbon, we know in fireworks it gives a dazzling flame, white flame. Magnesium is also used as a reducing agent in metallurgy. Next, aluminum is known for its lightness and therefore used in aircraft parts. It is also a good conductor, and it is the aluminum foil which is used for wrapping the food material. Then we also have now aluminum alloys, actually made up of aluminum duralumin, which is used as what shall we say, a cover for various establishments. It is also used in various petrol bunks. Next, zinc. Zinc is used in the galvanization of iron, that is in the protection of iron. Otherwise, iron undergoes corrosion. In the presence of zinc, the corrosion activity is decreased. Then zinc is a container which is used in the dry cell which we use at homes. That is the non-rechargeable ones, that is 1.5 volt, either in the form of pen cells or in the form of batteries. So, it is a container. Copper we know is used in electrical transmission because of its high conductivity. Then copper is the one that is used to make an alloy with gold. Then the same copper is also used in electroplating. Next, mercury we know is used in thermometers or barometers because of its expansive capability, that is coefficient of expansion. Then titanium is very inert and is therefore used in medical replacement structures, wherever something is broken, the bone part or all those things where the titanium has to go inside the body. So, there the bodily fluids will not react with titanium, and that is what is the advantage of titanium there. Next, titanium is also going to form a protective oxide layer over it and is therefore inhibiting the corrosion activity. So, we have seen here a few metals. So, if you just summarize what are all the basic things that we are dependent on, that is the physical property that is dependent on, physical or the chemical property that we are dependent on, is the structure, that is the rigidity and the tensile strength from iron. Then lead is also used, as we find in radiation places where radiation is there, the entire wall will have a lead covering, because lead will not allow radiation. So, it is a protective screen. So, it is a, what shall we say, a general behavior of lead being able to stop radiation. Then lead is used in the storage battery as Pb and PbO2. Lead is also used in fuse wire because of its low melting point. So, this is assorted different properties of lead that we are looking into. Then magnesium, in the second part, that is magnesium ribbon used for making the light dazzle that we get in fireworks, and the magnesium being used as a reducing agent depend on the reactivity of magnesium. Magnesium is highly electropositive. Magnesium has a tendency to lose electrons. So, that activity we are looking on. Then in aluminum, it is the lightness, there is the less density of aluminum which is important in contributing to its activity. Then zinc, which is more electropositive than iron, which is more reactive than iron, is able to protect iron. So, there is also what shall we say an electron losing tendency of zinc, also useful here in the dry cell, because zinc is used as the anode here. Next, copper is the electrical conductivity that we are looking for. Then mercury is the coefficient of expansion that we are looking for. Then titanium is the stability, that is not getting reacted. The inertness of titanium is what is making it in both the state, that is both the applications, that is medical replacement structures and then corrosion inhibitor. Now, we look at the noble metals, gold, silver and platinum. Gold as an ornament is well known. Then it is also used as a cover for mainframe for artificial satellites, maybe because of the inert nature of gold. Next, silver is also in the ornamental part. Similarly, platinum. So, the ornaments are usually made up of metals which do not undergo corrosion, should not undergo corrosion rather. Then silver halides are used for making photographic films. For example, silver bromide is used. Then platinum is used as a catalyst for various reactions, including hydrogenation of oils. For example, in the hydrogenation of oils, we are going to convert oil into fat, that is unsaturated oil into fat. For example, dalda, we get dalda or vanaspati from vegetable oils. So, there we are using platinum as a catalyst, hydrogenation catalyst. So, like this we have a few applications of noble metals. We will move on to non-metals, application of non-metals. A few non-metals I have taken up here, that is oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, iodine, hydrogen, chlorine and then carbon. The first one, that is oxygen, is the one that is going to support our life. We breathe in oxygen. So, oxygen is useful for respiration. Without oxygen, there is no life. Then oxygen is also used for the combustion of fuels. Fuels which are there in the automobiles require oxygen, whether it is petrol or diesel or kerosene or even LPG, they require oxygen to combust and give us energy, and with that energy the automobile is being run. Now, a rocket, when it goes up, we find that the oxygen content is very less. So, it cannot derive oxygen from the air and we require an oxidizer. Liquid oxygen is being used as an oxidizer in rockets. Then coming to nitrogen, nitrogen is the one that is going to preserve our foodstuff. We have seen that nitrogen can preserve foodstuff in chips packets that we have seen. So many packed materials contain nitrogen, because nitrogen does not allow the foodstuff to get oxidized. Getting oxidized is getting spoiled. Next, nitrogen present in the atmosphere to the extent of 78% is going to dilute oxygen, and if it is not diluted, oxygen cannot be taken in. Our systems are not made to take 100% oxygen. So, nitrogen is a diluent. Nitrogen is also used in fertilizers that we have seen, NPK fertilizers, they require nitrogen. Then sulfur, sulfur is used in the vulcanization of rubber. Rubber, unless vulcanized, does not have a long lifetime. Similarly, we do not get enough tensile strength. So, for rubber to remain stable and for a longer time to be used, we need to vulcanize the rubber, and vulcanization requires sulfur. Sulfur is also used in insecticides and especially fungicides. Now, sulfur compounds are present in onion, garlic and a variety of food materials. So, sulfur has got a role to play even in foodstuff. Phosphorus, we know, is used in bones and teeth. Then phosphorus along with nitrogen and potassium is used as a fertilizer. Then coming to iodine, iodine is used as an antiseptic. We have seen tincture of iodine being applied on the wound. Then we have iodized salt, which prevents the iodine deficiency disease. Then coming to hydrogen, because of its lightness, It is being used in weather balloons. It is also used in fuel cells where it combines with oxygen to form water, extremely non-polluting hydrogen used in fuel cell. Then coming to chlorine, chlorine is used in the purification of drinking water. Then it is used for making a variety of substances including bleaching powder. We can have chloroform, we can have carbon tetrachloride, we can have freon, which was previously used as a refrigerant. So, like this we have a variety of substances prepared from chlorine. Coming to carbon, the entire organic chemistry depends on carbon, and carbon fiber, as we have seen in the previous case of a non-metal having a good amount of ductility. So, carbon fiber can be used as a ductile material. Then in the form of diamond, in the form of graphite, carbon is being used. So, we find that applications are plenty for non-metals and metals, and how man uses them is the one that is going to give benefit.